5 rounds. Hello and welcome to Firearm Freedom. This is going to be another First Impressions video. In today's First Impressions video, we are taking a look at the Lone Wolf Arms Elimin8r 45 suppressor. And before we get this video started, I just wanted to give a huge shout out to this video's sponsor, which is going to be Lingle Industries. Lingle Industries makes a wide variety of accessories for your B&Ts, your Strybogs, your FN Scars, and quite a few other odds and ends. What they are most famously known for are their B&T and Strybog lowers, which are going to allow you to put in Scorpion mags, and it makes it a lot easier to find magazines for those things, and also the magazines look a little bit better than some of the factory mags that you have in there. You can also put standard AR grips on there, standard AR fire control groups, and the options open up quite a bit. Lingle Industries is also a PA-based company, so I love supporting and repping another PA-based company. That is awesome, and they're also giving you guys a discount code for watching this video. It's just FF15. That's going to save you 15% at checkout. I can't thank them enough for their support. Lone Wolf Arms. So I have always known Lone Wolf by their frames, their guns. Now, we just took a look at the Lone Wolf Dusk 19 here on the channel, and that was actually a surprisingly good Glock 19 clone. I really liked that pistol quite a bit. And then I saw on their website that they have suppressors. More specifically, they have what I thought was just a 9mm suppressor. That was the only thing that was listed, and then all of a sudden I got kind of surprised with a 45 ACP suppressor that they just came out with instead of the 9mm. Of course, full disclosure, what's my relationship with Lone Wolf Arms? They did send me this suppressor for free to check out, give my thoughts and opinions of here on the channel. I have not been told to say anything positive. There was no exchange of money for this review, and it will be as unbiased as humanly possible. As you guys are kind of immediately seeing, this is a very modular 45 ACP suppressor. So you can break each one of these baffles down into a very small and short configuration. I'll be completely honest with you guys, I only shot this suppressor in the long configuration for this video. I think almost everyone out there, if you are shooting a suppressor like this, you are probably running it in the full-length configuration unless you have it in a very specific and niche role in some sort of a wickedly small package in 45 ACP, which again, I think most people, when they're shooting this can, are going to be full-length. So that's why I kept it full-length for this video, and to give it the best possible opportunity to sound effective on the guns. Now, the test beds for this video was an FNX 45 Tactical, and then also my trusty VP9. We ran 9mm 158 grain, and then standard Blazer 45 ACP. 45 ACP ball is almost always subsonic in just the standard loading. The build material of this particular suppressor is 17.4 7075 aluminum. Now, I personally am not the biggest fan of aluminum suppressors. That's just me. However, they are very lightweight. So that is the benefit of the aluminum suppressors. And really, the technology has come a long way with aluminum cans. My gripe primarily with aluminum suppressors is going to be cleaning. I like to get in there with a metal pick and just kind of pick away all that carbon, put it in an ultrasonic cleaner, not really care what types of cleaner that I'm using. And when you're working with aluminum, sometimes you can damage that aluminum by picking it or using solvents that are a little too harsh on that and ultrasonic cleaners. So that's just something to be aware of this suppressor. It's not a 22 suppressor, it is a pistol can. So if you're running primarily standard pistol ammunition through this, it shouldn't really need a ton of cleaning. It is user serviceable, you can break it apart, so that means you can also run 22 long rifle through it. If you're running a lot of 22 long rifle through this, just again, be aware of the fact that that aluminum can be a little bit tough to clean. The main benefit of aluminum is going to be the price point. This suppressor comes in at a whopping $299. That is a super affordable price for a very modular suppressor. So if you're looking for modularity and you're not entirely sure if you want a long can or a short can or one that's right in the middle, for $299, that's going to give you that performance. It is not going to come with a piston. However, this is Silencer Co. Alpha thread pitch in the back, and it can also accept a wide variety of industry pistons, including Silencer Co. Rugged, Griffin, and a few other odds and ends that are out there. This one in particular is sporting rugged pistons for this particular video, and I have, of course, the 1/2x28, which fit fine, and then also the .578 by 24-45 ACP piston, which again fit just fine. This is rated up to 10mm and then also 300 blackout subsonic only. How did this thing sound at the range? I'll be brutally honest with you guys, it was not the quietest 45 ACP suppressor I've ever heard. And with 9mm 158 grains, I was getting quite a bit more spike than I would prefer. And I think that is typical with what you see with aluminum cans. I don't know what it is about it, but when I look at aluminum suppressors, when I review aluminum suppressors, almost always they are slightly louder for whatever reason over steel or titanium suppressors, and typically titanium suppressors are going to sound the quietest out of the bunch, almost always. I had to keep reminding myself throughout the day though that it is a $299 45 ACP suppressor. For that price point, I think the sound quality is to be expected, and it was nothing that was brutally bad. It was nothing that I would say don't buy this, but it's just something to note about the fact that when you buy a $299 suppressor, I would not expect it to be the absolute most quiet suppressor that is out there. I think this is a good suppressor for a modular design. It is incredibly lightweight, and the durability was just fine at the range. It's still going to be full auto rated, if I'm not mistaken, for 9mm and 45 ACP. However, I had no issues at all with this out on the end of the gun. It was so lightweight, I didn't even know it was there, so that is a positive. And then also, I do think it's interesting to have that modularity. I'm somebody that's not really going to take advantage of that, but there's probably going to be people out there that really like this. And to be honest with you, when it comes to this type of modularity, you have Dead Air and Q that offer designs like this. Both of those companies I am not a fan of at this point, and I think their suppressors most of the time are not really that great. So it is really cool to see another company coming out of the woodworks and offering a very modular suppressor at like a quarter of the price that those cans typically come out at. If you guys have any other questions about this particular suppressor or anything else on the channel, please feel free to throw them down below in the comment section, and I absolutely will get back to you. While you're down there, head up to the description, check out those ways to support the channel, and as always, stay tuned for more great videos coming soon.